Hello, Tuesday, the 16th of January. How are we all? How are you all doing? It's time for another Get Out of Rap TV show, an eclectic mix of everything in contact centers. Please do say hello if you are joining and watching today. You guys make this show. I always learn something, and it's great to have you along. Here's our first one. Hello, Kim. How are you doing? Yes. Rob is here. Happy Tuesday. It is a happy Tuesday. I wasn't quite feeling it yesterday. I'm not buying into that Blue Monday nonsense. Here she is. Raymondo. Good morning. There's Ray, the awesome Ray. Uros. Hi, Martin. I got my salary. Not from me. How are you doing? I am good, thanks. How are you? Now, oh, Peter's here. Peter. We're catching up later. Can't wait for that. Right, let's get kicked off. Okay. A bit of a not seeing any comments today. Oh, if you hit refresh, um, if your comments are not showing, please refresh LinkedIn. Please remember to come back. Um, Thank you, Uros. That's very nice of you to say. So, Pete, try hitting refresh and hopefully you will see them again. Oh, morning. I'm on a train signal. Rubbish. Have a good show. There he is, the legend. And congratulations. I love what you guys are doing at the forum, Chris. Congratulations to you, Phil, Dave, everybody there. Employee owned now, which is brilliant. Writing character. Jean Michel, good morning to you, sir. Right, Pete, let me know if you're seeing them again. Okay, say hello in the comments, which some of you have already done. Um, if you had a warning label, let's get to know each other better. If you had a warning label, what would yours say? And good morning, Darren. Hello, mate. How are you? So, what would your warning label say? Now all of them are gone, including my previous ones. Sort it out, LinkedIn. Could only see the first two comments up to mine, just refreshed, and comments now blank. Wow. Um, okay, yeah, LinkedIn, please come on. You're affecting us here. But hit me with this, and hopefully you are seeing them on screen though. Yeah, I will just keep up to them as best as I can. If your comments, if I don't show them on the screen, I promise you I'm not ignoring you. Good morning, Amanda. Hello, how are you? Good, Darren. You are good. How are you, Martin? I'm good, thanks. Curtis, good morning, Curtis. Good to see you. So, yeah, if you are commenting and I'm not putting it up here, I'm not ignoring you. It is genuinely, it's not showing in my feed on the side of my screen. Here she is. Good morning. Warning, can be a karaoke mic hogger. So, Neris has got us off and running. And that's a cracker. I think mine would be um, much like the old Gremlins film. Do not give Malbec after midnight. um, so Amanda, all good. Thank you, Martin. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Uh, lol. Swearing may happen. That's a great one from Bev. I can absolutely confirm that that warning label would be accurate. Yours is definitely like the Mogul Gremlins, but it's don't give him red wine after midnight. What did I just say, Pete? We know each other too well. Do not give me any kind of red wine after midnight at an event. Um, the best that's going to happen is I'm going to do an Irish goodbye. The worst you don't want to know. Susanna, good morning to you. Good morning. Let's get your warning labels in. If you came with a warning label, what would it be? What would it be? I don't want to make them up for you. I'd like some of you I absolutely know. We know each other too well. Kerry's here. Good morning, Kerry. Doesn't shut up. um, warning. Amanda's warning. Bring a mute button as I don't stop chatting. That's brilliant. Afternoon, all. It's been a long time. Sawabuna. Sawabona. Farhad. It is. It's good to see you. And good afternoon to you too. Pete, keep all arms and legs inside the ride at all times. That means, but the ride is life, yeah, Pete. The ride is very much life with you. Arms and legs tucked in, please, at all times. There are some great. Oh, here we go. I missed one from Rob. Light the touch paper and keep 10 paces away. The other thing is, of course, Rob, if you don't go off, do not return to a Rob that hasn't gone off yet, because it's likely to go off in your face. That's got other connotations. So these are great. What are your warning labels? Darren, good morning, sir. Good morning. Darren, what would your warning label be? If you came with a warning label, what would it be? Pete guessed mine correctly, which is much like Mowgli and Gremlins. Do not give me Malbec after midnight. What's yours? 100% Rob agrees. Never return to a Rob that hasn't gone off yet, because it's going to. Light the touch paper and keep 10 paces back. Kim's is going to be strap in and get ready. This could take a very bizarre turn already. We haven't even started. Natalie's would be good day. I'm not competitive. Wink. Now, does this mean everything, Natalie? Board games, walk-in places. Oh, a nice cup of coffee. I've just finished mine as well, which is a rookie mistake. David's here. Good morning. Do not disturb when I am watching Get Out of Rap. And David, you should share the link for David's running a benchmarking thing with UKCCF that I've put in our team leader community. Darren's can be overly positive when the chips are down. Now that's quite a good one. I like that one, Darren. When everything's all hell's breaking loose, you're the one that's going, "Oh, it's going to be all right." Stay away if easily offended. Oh, I love it. I love it. I always look out for a comment on my post from you, Chris. You always make me laugh exactly with these things. Luckily, I'm not easily offended, which is just as well. These have been brilliant. Do keep them coming. What would your warning label be? It's a way of us getting to know each other a little better. And see the note at the bottom. If your comments are not showing for me, I promise you, I'm not ignoring you. You just need to refresh LinkedIn. Okay. So at the end of last year, I think I asked you guys what you'd like to see more of on this show, and some of the suggestions were other things, less of me, which I completely concur with. And therefore, I would like to let you know about something that I'm really interested in getting off the ground. Let me just pick this up. Keep drying away from sunlight. That's another good one. Rob, you're going to be covered in warning labels. Okay, so yeah, and this is it. Thanks for the shout out. So David shared the benchmarking thing there. Get a chance to see where you are against others. Anyway, I am happy to launch GOOW X. Oh, Jordan's here. Good morning, Jordan. Superstar over at Gravity. If you ever need any contact center engagement, Jordan's your man. They do great events and got great locations all over the UK. And Jordan is a superstar in the team leader community. Warning: use of this product may result in spontaneous outbreaks of laughter. Keep away from serious individuals. I love it. What a lovely group we've got here. And that Farhad, that's a cracker. So I'm absolutely ripping off TEDx. Uh, Get out of rap X. So, what I would like to do is allocate 10 minutes of this show to one of you or somebody who's watching the recording. If you would like to share your knowledge or talk about a subject or a story or an experience, I am going to be launching GOW X. And that is, we're going to use 10 minutes of this show for somebody to come on camera and do a little talk, just for 10 minutes. It can be about anything related to our world or your experiences, something that you want to share that we would all benefit from. Think TEDx me- maybe kind of shifted along from it. Hi, Ian. Ian is here. Good morning to you, sir. Uh, so what you all you need to do is email me, and that's martin@getoutofrap.com. Would you like to be a part of this show for a brand new feature called GOW X, where you can deliver a 10-minute best practice, little masterclass, a story that you want to share, a opinion that you have, something that you think this little community that we've built here will benefit from. Um, I can think from even just you guys in the comments, you're so knowledgeable. I learn so much every show. It would be great to share that and to share this virtual stage with you. So GOW X, launching that today. If you would like to be a part of it, all you have to do is email me here, um, with the subject, what you'd like to talk about. We will do some prep, of course. We can. I've never done it before. I've never invited anyone into the show. So, GOW X, off the bat, is there anyone that is interested? Or if you don't fancy coming on camera, do you think it's a good idea? Yes or no? Or can it be developed slightly? What do you think? Oh, Rachel's here. Hi, Rachel. Keep up with all the great work, networking, supporting, and never give up. I never will. Ever, ever, ever. I'm stubborn. But thank you very much. And Rachel, like Darren, looking for the new roles. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Pete's comment. Prep. Well, my kind of prep. We will just test the functionality. But yeah, 10 minutes. You guys are so knowledgeable. I'm sure you'll be able to come on and talk about something. I'll probably have to have a buzzer to stop you talking. But I just thought it'd be nice to mix this show up a little bit and get to hear from you guys. Is there anything that you would like to share? And maybe you could even consider it a practice run. If TEDx is on your bucket list, then maybe this is a good way of doing it. Feel like we can turn it into a VT sort of deal, saves us fluffing it up under the limelight with it pre-recorded. That, and I have a proper potty mouth. Good idea, Jordan. If you would like to pre-record it, of course, then I can share it, no problem. That is a really good idea. Thanks, Rob. Great idea. GOW X. Thank you. I did listen to your comments earlier on, at the end of last year, about what we could do on the show. It's our show, right? It's a fab idea. Thank you, Kim. I've attended a few masterclasses. They're interactive, where you get in rooms of 2 or 3 to discuss. It's fun. Just an idea. Thank you, Fahad. That's another option for us, isn't it? Just to break out into little mini rooms. Now, that wasn't set up, but talking of masterclasses in the team leader community, I'm really pleased to say that this Friday with Halma Begum, she is going to be delivering a masterclass on inclusive leadership. Halma started in contact centers and is now a diversity, inclusion, belonging, equity, and culture expert. And inclusive leadership is really going to set people apart going for now and going forward. So she's given up her time for nothing. She's going to do an hour in the team leader community that I run on Friday, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. For people that can't make it in the community, we record it and share it afterwards. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. I would love to, but would bow to my colleague who has more video experience than me and is less ugly. Ian, come on, come on. There's no such thing. I think it's a great idea to hear of some of the challenges or success stories from others in our industry. Great learning and best practice sharing. Now, I read that, Darren, as you volunteering. So I'm going to make a little note here. Darren's in, Rob is in, Pete's in, Kim is in, Farhad's in. He can talk in general terms about how to recruit effectively, or we can talk about what we do. Can definitely offer a free trial to listeners. Absolutely. Remember, no selling though. This is a no selling zone. I'm not saying you're saying that, but just that prompted me to say as a bit of a warning. There's still time to join the TLC. Again, this is like another setup. Are you thinking, oh, the team leader community sounds great, but I'm not a team leader? To be honest with you, it doesn't matter. About a third of the members, and certainly the majority of the most active members, are people here, are people that used to be team leaders or used to be in operations who are a bit more senior now, maybe. It's people like you. And with that in mind, thank you very much, Ray, for the pass. Hopefully, I am now going to score. If you want to join the team leader community, all you have to do is hold your camera up to that QR code with that grinning idiot pointing at it. I look a little bit cross-eyed. If you would like to join, this membership here is only $7.99 a month. If you want to join but you don't want to pay monthly, the annual version is a bit cheaper, but it is extremely good value for money. And basically, it is like a permanently extended version of this show. It's all about contact centers, all about CX. There's master classes, as I just mentioned. But if you would like to join, all you have to do is hold your camera up to the screen and you can join straight away. But like perfectly set up. Thank you very much. Was a picture taken after finding she had a TOC membership? Can't think of another reason for such a smile. Ah, there you go. Helmut, lovely, lovely, lovely. We have had prep, and it's going to be great. I can't wait. That wasn't the idea. Too late, Darren. You've been press ganged. Great supportive gang in the team leader community. So Rob, Bev, Darren, Jordan, Pete are all members of that. So the picture is great. There I am. I look surprised. So yeah, if you fancy joining, I can guarantee you it is value for money. It's a great place, and as Rob said, it's very supportive. It was the community that helped me out yesterday when I was in a bit of a funk. Wasn't quite on it yesterday. Kerry, it's not as good as the picture at the expo. Up the TLC, yeah, thank you. It's kind of morphing a little bit into Get Out a Rap. But yeah, if you'd like to join, hopefully you will. It'd be great to see you in there. Now, yeah, Kel's here. Great. I foolishly wore my Gal hoodie yesterday instead of today. Well, the fact that you've got one, Kel, I love it. Had a great catch up with Kel. Lovely guy. If you are not connected, please do connect. Everyone is supportive. Best bang for buck on the market. I promise you, none of this is set up. These are just very lovely, lovely human beings. Is there any place for careers, job opportunities? It isn't, but it's a great place for networking. And actually, that's a great idea, Susanna. Um, there could be. Let me just make a note of that. That's great. Well, that's the beauty of the community. It is growing, and we grow based on community members' input. So new spaces are being created, new conversations are being created. Diesel, gutted didn't take that opportunity on the failed selfie. I best just share. Me and Kerry were at the stand at Expo, and we were talking, and a guy in a suit came and asked if I was interested, or he wanted to invest and get out a wrap to the tune of about $1 million or something like that. He looked bona fide at first, but then when he said that, I thought, oh dear. So I respectfully declined. Then he asked if we wanted to invest in buying 150, being part of an investment group for 150 million barrels of diesel. So that was a bizarre turn at the expo. And Kerry was going to take a selfie of me and her, but had the camera pointed at the gentleman that was giving us this bizarre pitch. But it was hilarious. Susanna is open for a new challenge. You are more than welcome, Susanna. So everyone, please do connect with Susanna. Right. On with the question of the day. What are some of the best ways you've seen frontline colleagues engaged? What are the best? I didn't want to call them agents, but having the comment, what are the best ways to keep agents engaged? So, with all of your cumulative experience out there, know-how, what are some of the best ways you've seen for keeping frontline colleagues engaged? Um, what is working? What should people be doing? How do you do it? These are all some of the questions. So get your comments coming in. What do you think? It's a key challenge that a lot of us are facing, and the industry is facing. We work so hard to get people in. Now that we need to keep them in, how do we do it? Kim says contact bingo using keywords or contact types. Yeah, I love that. I loved playing that. That was great. You could have a lot of fun with that, make it very specific, and it does keep people engaged, doesn't it? Because they're listening. They're listening a lot more than maybe, because it can get tough. I think we've all been there. If you've ever spent any time working on the front lines, um, Susanna says the best way, in my opinion, is keep them updated of the new features and capabilities of the platform. Um, yeah, that's right. There's nothing worse than people not knowing the functionality that they might have at their fingertips. So, and that in a wider sense is communicate frequently, regularly, and don't think, oh, maybe frontline colleagues, they don't need to know this. Yeah, they do. If it's related to the business, yes, they do. They want to know what's going on in a wider way. Um, Darren says keeping them updated on what's going on across the business so they can see the impact their role plays in the overall business goals and listen to them, take on board their feedback and do something with it. Always do what you're saying, always do what you say you're going to do. That's brilliant, Darren. Farhad says foster a positive work environment, provide regular feedback, offer training opportunities, and create team building activities to keep call center agents engaged. That's great, Farhad. Uh, I once managed to get Fan Dabby Dozy on a call to get my square. That's brilliant. That does remind me, actually. We played it amongst ourselves, and I had to get monkey tennis into a call. Um, I'm not sure our quality teams were that pleased that we gone a bit rogue. But yeah, that's a great blast from the past. Thanks, Kim. Mark, hello, mate. Mark 100% agrees with Darren. Um, Pete says the gift of listening. That's so true. And responding to issues. Also, flexibility for shifts, breaks, leave, support a balanced approach to work and life. I love that, Pete. So true. Um, Involvement and ownership, says Rob, in and of everything going on. Couldn't agree more. Why are we qualifying what we're communicating with our team members? Uh, Bev says, in outsourcing specifically, agents gain a new appreciation of their part when invited to attend client meetings. That's great, rather than just the big knobs. I'm such a child. Yeah, very true. Involve them, get them to see what goes on. Hola. Good to see you, Mark. What not to do? Yeah, please do. That we can do this the other way around. Add more KPIs into your ops scorecard and tell them how they're not achieving it. Yeah, just so true, Pete. Just be mindful that for many, being bombarded with KPIs is a real shock to the system. Um, so be specific and be progressive. Think it should all be about how to help people rather than admonish them. Because we do have a lot of KPIs, don't we? As we discovered last week. Um, Ian says silly incentives. We used to play Monopoly. Different activities move you forward or got you a house or a hotel. I love it. You can take any board game, any kind of race game, snakes and ladders. We did all sorts. Big Brother, we even did. We had a diary room and videoed people. You can get super, super creative, can't you? Um, each color of properties completed got you a prize. Hotels, houses could be swapped for things like cream eggs. I love it. Love it. Rachel is agreeing with Rob on Rob's point about involvement and ownership. Um, blame the tech. Don't do it. Hashtag don't do it. Yes, Rob. Jean Michel says keep things fun with gamification. Yes, there is loads of theories and research that's shown if you can have fun at work and still be professional, and fun increases productivity, which is what a lot of people are chasing and ultimately is what we're about. But you can have fun with it. And that applies to all walks of life. I watched a TikTok this morning actually from Mel Robbins, who is amazing. If you've never seen any of her stuff, YouTube, TikTok, just Google her. She is brilliant. And she said the simplest way to change your life and make your life better is to stop being angry so often and to think about the times that you bring your sword into a situation. If you're coming ready to fight too often in the day, just be mindful of that and maybe keep the sword in its thing, whatever it's called. But stop being angry so often, which a bit of a digression, but I love it. Mel Robbins is amazing. 100%. Thank you, Susanna. There's some absolutely great ones here. Now, do keep them coming, by the way. I've asked a lot of you already today. We're going to do GOOW X. There's something else in the spirit of community and prompted by just the comments and everything that you guys bring to bear. I wondered if you would like to contribute to an ebook. We could start. I've started putting together from our questions of the day. Your answers have been brilliant, and I wondered if you would like to contribute to a Get Out of Rap community book. We could choose some topics. We could do best practice on certain areas. Would you like to be involved? And of course, you will all be named with your section, but would you like to contribute to a Get Out of Rap book? Um, I have in the past been asked if I'm going to do one, but I'm all about being part of a team, and this community I think is such a lovely place. I would love to offer that out. We could put people, we could get together, have some meetings virtually, and talk about what we will contribute and have specific topics. But I would love to do a Get Out of Rap kind of community based book that we all contribute and get named to into on. Rob, yes, great, good stuff. Kim, brilliant. Heck yes. Hell yes, love this. Count me in. Oh, Peter, go on then. I want to run the V. Darren is a yes. I want to run the VT again just because I worked hard on this and it went over so quickly. It's my show. I can do what I want. So I would love to offer this out, especially for you guys that have we've developed this all together. Um, I'd love to helped a few customers with their hiring onboarding processes. Could share that if you think it would be helpful. I do, Kerry. Do you need to ask? Bev is getting typing already. Yeah, love to have Raymondo's contribution. You are a wordsmith and a very funny one. I know about self-publishing, so we can do that. But I will have to maybe edit the swear words. Bev. Mr. Need just to say yes, yes, you're in. Not sure where I'll input, but I'll be happy just to put my 2 pence in. Oh, Jordan, come on, you're humble. You know loads. Yeah, sure. Great, Susanna. So it's not just a one and done for anyone that's watching the recording, or if you are watching this and thinking, I don't know, all you need to do is let me know later on, and we will. I will contact you all. We'll set up a little group, and we'll get cracking, um, and we'll just go full in eclectic lunacy. But yeah, I think it would be great. You guys are brilliant. Jean Michel, I would love to be part of contributing. Is the ebook only for those based in the UK? I'm not based in the UK. I'm based in sunny South Africa. Our community is global, Jean Michel. Anywhere where there's contact centers and customers. Somebody else wants to come in. It's not time yet, mate. It's not time. He's getting a Hugo, my dog. It's no one else. Hugo thinks it's time for his WALK. It absolutely isn't, but he's getting earlier and earlier. Jean Michel, absolutely, please do contribute. Our similarities are greater than our differences, and our differences are interesting. So this is open to everyone, and we've had viewers from all over the world. So yes, please do. Okay. We have got some more stats and things to go through. It's time for it's the read along. Let's kick off straight away. Oh, let me just catch up with happy to join in with Kerry on that chapter. 27 years of recruitment experience, even have qualifications in it, Ian. Wow, great. Hugo can spell. Oh, I just said his name. I really hope he can't. He probably will soon. South Africa. Yes, Farhad. Did I say something? Did I say it wrong? Just I'm wondering about the emoji. Anyway, okay. First one up is How is a dissatisfied customer contacted? So if you remember, we are looking at the customer experience decision makers guide from Contact Babel. We are at, this is page 98 for those of you. Yeah, Hugo was transferred. He was named after the Tottenham captain Hugo Lloris, who has just left Tottenham after being at the club 11 years. Great servant to Tottenham Hotspur. The good thing is that Hugo's middle name is Sonny, so Son Heung-min is very much still a Tottenham player, and other side, come on you Spurs. So what do we think about this? I looked at this. This is, how is a dissatisfied customer contacted? The blue is B2B and the green is B2C. And you've got make an outbound call, send letter email, flag them as dissatisfied on the CRM system, send an SMS, and then do nothing. Darren's got to run, no problem. Good to see you, Darren. Named after the lovely cap that is no more. Yeah, that is right here. It's still here. Look, that's what he did to it, just because it had his name on it. Well, he was dissatisfied that I wasn't taking him out through you know what, so he ate my cap. That, and he's ate another one. Golden State Warriors, the blue one. He ate that as well. Unbelievable. So Rob says, I always think the response should reflect the method of complaint where practical. Couldn't agree more. And you can see here, make an outbound call. I think the death of outbound has been prematurely announced because it's these types of things. It's that proactive customer contact that is keeping the outbound part of our industry going. If you ask the customer, it's overwhelmingly the no action taken. Really true. Do you know what, Pete? As you know, this report had about 250 odd decision makers surveyed and 1,000 consumers, but the consumers weren't asked the same question. Because I think you are right. I wonder if these stats cover how the company feels they should be contacted versus how the customer actually wants to be contacted. Again, Mark, really good point. Are we asking the customer how best to contact them? Does the CRM flag equals automated email? 36%. I wondered, you know what? When I read that, let me just have a quick look. But when I read that, Rob, I think that was kind of equivalent to no action. If all you're doing is noting down on the system Martin Teasdale's account and it says this guy's dissatisfied, okay, fine. But are you taking any action? I know 36%. It's high, isn't it? It's just like a warning. Be mindful when you speak to him; he might not be happy. That we were at the end of kind of complaints, and we're now moving into CX, and that is the usefulness of CX learning methods. What are we learning from our customers? So you can see here employee feedback, customer surveys, complaint analysis, mystery shopping, and interaction analytics. The black is don't use this method. Red is not useful. Pink or salmon is a little useful. Yellow is somewhat useful. And green, or the dark green, is very useful. So employee feedback and customer surveys and complaint analysis, all from 66 to 73% in terms of being very useful. Mystery shopping, only 18% of the respondents said that mystery shopping was very useful. It would have been interesting to see how that has tracked over time. Excuse me one second. It's sugar free, but it's still Monster. Yeah, because I wonder if mystery shopping was higher in the past. I seem to remember seeing something quite high there, that 60% aren't using it, and again quite high in interaction analytics, that 66% are not using the interaction analytics. Oh, Luke's here, brilliant. I did a mystery shop last week and found the clients still had their Christmas message on. There you go, they're useful, aren't they? Surely. G'day, Luke. Good to see you, mate. Um, yes, agree, Bev. Wow. Interaction analytics vendors, look away now. I guess, though, there's opportunity there, right? In that 66%, if you're not 66% of the respondents are not using that method, um, there's an opportunity there, because that can be running all the time. You don't have to conduct mystery shopping. You don't have to look, go and organize surveys or organize feedback. Um, but yeah, g'day, there he is. Luke's awesome. Um, Interesting, very interesting. That does stand out, Bev, doesn't it? About interaction analytics. Okay, next we had uh usefulness of benchmarks. Now oh, hold on, let me just Mark says surveys and complaint analysis should be critical to understand trends and how you can better your service. Of course, acting on this is another area. Yeah, that's true. David says surveys being gamed too much to be that useful nowadays. Surprised to not see quality on the list. Yeah, that's very true. And talking of quality, we get some very useful results from our client mystery shopping programs. Great to triangulate with CSAT, QA, Trustpilot. That's a great shout, Peter. A great shout. And Pete and the gang are seeing some very useful results, which is interesting. Now, CX benchmarks. So, usefulness of CX benchmarks, same measure here. Dark green, very useful. Yellow, somewhat useful. Salmon, a little useful. Red, not useful. And engage caps lock. Black, do not use this method. So, 60% are not using customer effort score. Um, Customer satisfaction score is considered very useful by 70% of the respondents. The next highest in terms of very useful, and David, to your point here about being surprised not to see quality on the list, is that the quality score that the respondents are working with, they found to be very useful in 50% of the time, or 50% of the respondents found that the quality score was how they would look at their CX benchmarks. Um, Lack of using customer effort explains an awful lot. Yes, I think we very much in this community of ours agree that there needs to be a bit more of a focus on customer effort in our industry, because it seems to have fallen by the wayside. So I agree with you on that one, Rob. Um, the others in there, of course, are interesting as well. Customer retention rate not being used by 51% of the respondents. First contact resolution, 48% found it very useful. Net promoter score, 47% found useful. But some interesting stats there. I think you'll agree. Um, Rob says for the first time in 2024. Yeah, there it is. Bananarama syndrome. That's got to go in the book. Surely, Rob. It ain't what you do, it's the way you do it. That's what gets results. I promise I won't sing again in this show. I can't make that promise any wider. I'm not quite like Neris though in terms of hogging a karaoke. But any more comments on this? What do we think? Does it surprise you? Are we in the need of something else? Or is it worth what Pete just mentioned here? How would they wonder if they ask them, do they triangulate at all? Are these things worth looking at in isolation, or is it better to consider them all together and then get a holistic picture of what you are doing? All of these tools are useful, says Rob, if used correctly. Couldn't agree more. So, we're coming to the end. It's time for you know who's WALK. Thank you again so much for joining. If you remember my two asks of you to get involved and make this a bit more interactive, we've got GOW X. So, are you interested in coming on and talking for 10 minutes? That can be live with me in the studio, or as Jordan said, we could do something pre-recorded. Happy to do that as well. A 10-minute masterclass. And then the other thing was, please add in the comments if you would like to be part of a book. Would you like to contribute to a Get Out of Rap book? And it will probably turn into a series of them because we have so much to talk about. But I just want to thank you all. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Susanna, thanks very much. Please do connect with Susanna, who's looking for a new role. Connect with each other if you're not already. This is what we're doing here: is building our community. Thanks to my sponsors. It's because of them I can bring you this show. So DDC Outsourcing Solutions, Evaluagent, and OneCom, thank you very much. And as Rob says, have a great week, everybody. And I will see you all next Tuesday. Bye bye.